So as we arrive to your mats tonight, I want you to just take a check-in. Maybe ask yourself what you brought with your mats today. Maybe there was events that are still with you from today, maybe earlier this week. If you've been coming to my yoga classes long enough, you know that I keep saying we are living in a really, really weird time. Like, I don't know how else to describe it other than it's a really weird time. So, that's about as positive, right, as you can be with some of the events that are currently happening, as evidenced by Facebook Live for our PowerFlow classes, right? I miss seeing your guys' faces. So as we move through the next 60 minutes, I just really encourage you to be mindful of what you brought to your mat, and really dig deep and allow your breath to take you inward on your yoga journey. So with that, let's go ahead and start out in child's pose. We'll begin with the big toes to touch, knees out wide, arms stretching out in front of you. And I want you to begin to just breathe, allowing the torso to splay over your hips and your thighs, reaching through your fingertips. And just bring your awareness to your breath. Tuning in to the inhale and the exhale. Honoring whatever you arrived with on your mat. And taking a moment to find gratitude, right? The silver lining. Maybe it was a really heavy day. Maybe it's been a really heavy week or a few months, right? But I can't stress enough how while we might all be in different boats, we are truly in this storm together. We are all connected. So let's take a nice deep inhale together as one. And gift yourself an open mouth exhale. Let it go. Emptying your body completely. And on an inhale, I invite you to slowly rise up, walking your hands, lifting your hips, coming into tabletop. So our shoulders stacked directly over our elbows directly over our wrists. Hips are in line with our knees. Our ankles come straight back from our knees. Gaze is down. We'll take a moment to bring belly to spine here. Really make this pose active. Spread your fingertips wide and press the mat away from you. Feel a little bit of broadening in the collarbones. And from here, I invite you to draw in a nice deep breath in as your belly drops and your gaze goes forward, nice and high for cow. And then on the exhale, press through the mat, round through the shoulder blades, chin to chest for cat. Moving your breath to movement, really finding some fluidity within the spine. I invite you to find any organic movement that feels good in your body in this moment, right? It all comes back to honoring that inner wisdom. So maybe you want to find some circles with your hips one way, and then the next. Really breathing into the stretch, beginning to energize your muscles, bringing your presence right here, right now. Allowing your breath to bring you to this moment. And from here, on your next exhale, we'll come back into tabletop. We'll extend our right heel up nice and high to the heavens, and we'll reach around with our right hand for tiger. And really kick into the hands. Gaze can be wherever it's comfortable. belly to spine. No worries if that foot isn't accessible in this moment. You can still reach and point back with your hand. Nice job. On an exhale, come back to tabletop. Inhale, lift that left heel high to the heavens, and then exhale, reach around with that left heel. It's all good. Falling is growing. And again, press through that hand, broadening through the collarbones. Nice deep breath in here. Exhale, back to tabletop. I always say that falling out of postures makes you human, but getting back into them makes you a yogi. So from here, we'll walk our hands at about 5 to 6 inches, and we'll inhale nice and high to a plank. Breathe here. Option to find your knees as well. Really just to begin to warm the body from the inside out. So long line of energy, out your heels. Your body is in one long lean line, bellies to spine. Being mindful that your shoulders are directly over your wrists. Spread those fingertips nice and wide and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice deep inhale here, and on your exhale, release into down dog. And breathe. So hands are shoulder width distance apart, and your feet are hip width distance apart. Gaze can be in through those thighs. Sending the tailbone nice and high to the heavens. If you find that there's too much pressure in your shoulders, walk your hands back a couple inches and see if that doesn't feel better. And breathe. Soften the back of your neck. Maybe take a moment to shake your head yes or shake your head no. Option to find some movement by lifting the heels and then releasing them closer to your mat. Allowing that breath to bring you back onto your mat. Drawing one deep, conscious, full body breath. Allowing the ribs to expand in every direction. And then open mouth, audible exhale. Let it go. Inhale, gaze goes forward. And as you exhale, walk, step, hop to the front of your mat in forward fold. So from here, we're going to bend your knees generously, because this might be your very first forward fold of the day. So bend your knees generously, allowing the head to hang heavy, being a gravity for your weight. Option for opposite hand to opposite bicep, or you can find the bind behind your back by clasping your hands. Being mindful to make sure your feet are in parallel with one another. And just breathe. If it feels right in your body, invite a little movement in. Making sure that you can take in a nice deep breath and an open mouth exhale. Allowing gravity to do the work in this pose. Drawing a nice deep breath here, and as we exhale, we'll release our grip, coming back into forward fold. From here, we will slowly rise to standing mountain. Fingertips by your side. Feet are hip width distance apart. Take a moment here to maybe lift your toes to really feel the engagement, the energy draw upwards. Kneecaps are lifted, bellies to spine. Shoulder blades are relaxed, being mindful to create space between your ears and the tops of your shoulder blades. Feel the connection and the groundedness with your feet to your mat. Coming back to that intention, the beginning of class. To take what you need. Inhale, slowly reach your arms up overhead for mountain. Breathe through the stretch here. Really energize through both biceps. Belly still engaged, fingertips are spread wide. Gaze goes up to your fingertips. As we exhale, drop the elbows, mini back bend. Keep the belly to spine so we don't blow down. Beautiful. Inhale, back to mountain. Exhale, hands through heart center all the way, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Pause here. Place your hands in your mat or on your shins, wherever you're at. Press into it to create space and length in your spine. Growing tall from our tailbone all the way out through the crown of our head. Breath in here. Exhale, forward fold. Empty completely. Inhale, one more halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. So we'll step back into a high plank. Option to find your knees. We'll hinge forward on our toes. Lowering halfway, keep those biceps to your side. Flip your feet. Inhale, up dog. No dumping in the lower back. Engage the core. As we exhale, release into down dog. Nice job. And breathe. Nice deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. 2 more times in your down dog. Nice deep breath in. Conscious deep breath out. Inhale, gaze to the top of your mat. Exhale, gracefully meet hands to the front, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Reset the spine, bring belly, that's it. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. All the way up, nice and slow for that mountain. Soften the tops of your shoulder blades. Exhale. Goalpost the arms. Breath in, mountain. Exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, chaturanga. Use that inner wisdom, go nice and slow, allowing your breath to guide you. Breath in to up dog. Exhale, release into down dog. Staying here for 3 deep breaths. Bringing that awareness back in to the present moment, onto your mats. Inhale, one more time through our sun A. So we'll gaze goes forward. Option to walk, or since you're in the comfort of your own home, I invite you to maybe try a hop forward into that forward fold. Inhale, reset the spine, grow tall. Exhale, forward fold. Keep the quads engaged, bellies to spine. Inhale, slowly rise. Up to mountain. Exhale, release into that heart opener. Goalpost those arms. Breath in, back to mountain. Exhale, forward fold. That's it. Inhale, halfway lifts. Exhale, chaturanga. Step back. Being mindful that we have 45 minutes or so of class left, so we'll likely do a handful more chaturangas. So take it slow. No need to find your edge at the very beginning of class. And in your down dog, take a few breaths here. Finding one thing about your practice so far that you're thankful for. Maybe it's your breath, maybe it's your yoga space or your yoga partner. And extend your gratitude to that in this moment. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, travel. Hop or step, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release into Utkatasana, chair pose. So we'll release into our glutes, really moving the weight into our heels. Being mindful that as we peek in, down at our toes, we can see our big toes. Bellies to spine, shoulder blades are lifted, allowing that heart to shine. Hands can be at heart center or up, having the biceps by the ears. And breathe, right? Maybe in this moment you decide to sink just a little bit lower. Or heck, maybe you decide to back off. Taking a deep breath in here, engaging those glutes. We'll exhale, release into forward fold. Take a moment, shake that off. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, chaturanga. Being mindful to avoid any low dumping in your back by engaging, fiercely engaging your core. Meeting back in our down dog. We'll inhale, right leg high. Pause here, pinky toes point down to the ground, squaring the hips. From here, send that right foot just a little bit higher. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. For 3, 2, and 1. Use your core, extend it long. Exhale, knee to nose. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, send it high. Exhale, low lunge. Bring that right foot all the way through, in between your front two hands. Take a moment to set this pose up with integrity. So we'll tent our fingertips, finding some lift within our upper body. Our foundation is firmly rooted, back leg's nice and strong. Front leg is knees directly over those ankles. And breathe. Allowing that breath to bring you back. Take an in breath here, and one more open mouth exhale. Let it go. Inhale, sweep the arms open, warrior 2. Back foot comes parallel to the edge of your mat. Front leg's at a 90-degree angle. Being mindful that that right knee tracks up and out to the pinky toes. Arms reach long in opposite directions. To really make this pose advanced, try a smile. And breathe. Allowing any stories that pop up, any emotions, anything that's screaming at you in this moment, acknowledge it, honor it, but send it on its way to create space for only good stuff in this moment. And breathe. Breath in and out. Inhale, reverse warrior. Sweep that right arm up and back. Option to take that left hand and slide it down that left leg or to the small of your back. Really breathing into the stretch here. Feeling the lower ribs begin to separate with each deep breath in. Creating space. Breath in here. Exhale. Windmill your arms. Plant them by your low lunge. Step back into high plank. and move through a vinyasa, a chaturanga. So we'll hinge forward on our feet, lowering halfway. Inhale, up dog, and then exhale into that down dog. Being fully aware that this is your practice. So if you decide to skip the whole thing together and go maybe into child's pose or straight into down dog, I applaud you for that. Draw on a nice deep inhale here. Then exhale. Inhale, send that left heel high. Again, pause here. Pinky toes point down to the earth to square those hips. We don't want being wild like a three-legged dog right now. We really want to focus on that hip alignment to our mats. Inhale here, exhale, left knee to left elbow. And breathe. Pushing the mat away from you for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, left heel high. Exhale, bring it through to your nose. Hinging forward for 3, 2, and 1. Breath in, heel to the heavens. Exhale, send it through. Low lunge. And take a deep breath. Nice work. Left knee is directly over that left ankle. Back leg's nice and strong. Option here to tense your fingertips or to find your fists. Aiming to not collapse within that upper body. Breath in here. Cleansing breath out. Inhale, open up, warrior 2. This time that right foot comes parallel with the edge of the mat. Left foot points straight out towards the front of your mat. Extending your arms long in opposite directions. Shoulders directly over your hips. So if you find that you've gone overextended in one direction or the other, bring it back. Take a moment to surrender to this body awareness, engaging the quads and the glutes, bellies to spine. Breath in and out. Inhale, sweep that left arm up and back, reaching tall, allowing that right hand to find placement on the right leg at the small of your back. Breathe in here and out. Breath in to stay. Exhale, windmill your hands, stepping back into that lunge. Back into the high plank, moving through a chaturanga at your pace. Meeting as one in down dog. Take a moment to lift the heels and plant them. Say yes with our heads, or maybe no. Inhale, gaze to the top of your mat. Exhale, travel. This time, hop. If it's in your practice today, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, sink low. Utkatasana, chair pose. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release, forward fold. Breath in. Exhale, chaturanga, step back or meet as one in down dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. For 3, 2, 1. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. You know where this is going. For 3, 2, 1. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, sweep it through, low lunge. Nice job. Re-anchor here. Exhale to stay. Inhale, open up, warrior two. Allow that muscle memory to do the work for you. Being mindful that you can peek into that big toe. Breath in and out. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, chaturanga. Nice job. Move through a flow at your pace. Meeting in down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee to left elbow for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, left heel high. Exhale, knee to nose for 3, 2, 1. Nice work, you've got it. Inhale, nice and high. Exhale, sweep it through. Reset and re-anchor, breath in and out to stay. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale to stay. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, chaturanga. If you're feeling really good in your practice tonight, option to add another sit or another push-up or two, meeting as one in your down dog. Take a few moments here, allowing your breath to calm your parasympathetic nervous system. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. This time we'll plant our left hand either firmly into the mat or you can use a fist. We'll open up for a twist. Arms at 12 and 6. Really reaching long in opposite directions. Twisting from the torso. Breath in here. Exhale, come back into the lunge. We'll drop that left knee. Preparing for crescent lunge with a knee drop. We'll rise up. Option to place your hands on your hips. Finding some openness within that left hip flexor. Option here to bring your arms up overhead for mini back bends. Keep them on your hips or clasp behind your back. Pressing through the big toe mounds. Gaze goes up. And breathe. Breath in here. Exhale, release into runner's lunge. So we'll place both of our hands on the inside of our right foot. Extending that right foot up and out. If lizards in your practice, option to try that on now by rolling over that ankle, opening that hip just a little bit more. And breathe. If you have some blocks near you, you can bind your arms to the blocks, or maybe a book. Books work just as well at home. Sinking into this runner's lunge. Returning to stillness. Our body needs movement, but our brain needs stillness. So in this giant hip opener, how can you embrace the stillness? If you're on your forearms, begin to slowly rise up. We'll add another twist, so we'll press firmly into that left palm again as we send that right arm up and back. straight out from our shoulder. Take a nice deep breath in here. And as we exhale, we'll plant our hands, bringing that right foot nice and gently back to meet that left knee. Taking a moment to take any organic movement that your body needs in this moment. Before we rise to a plank, either finding our way through a chaturanga or up into a down dog. Whatever feels best with your body right now. Wherever you're at, we'll meet in down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, sweep it through, low lunge. Again, being mindful to always set our poses up with integrity, never sacrificing integrity for the ego. So knee over that ankle. And we'll do a gentle twist. So we'll ground down into the right foot, opening that left arm nice and high to the heavens. Breathing through that twist. Inhale here. Exhale, plant your hand back into lunge. Drop that right foot. Top of your right foot can also melt into the mat as we slowly rise up and begin the journey on the opposite side. So finding a position of comfort or discomfort, never pain, right? But discomfort's okay. Really feeling that hip opener begin to open. We'll sweep our arms up and goalpost for a mini back bend here, or again, option to find the bind behind your back. Pressing in through that left big toe mound. Lifting that pelvic floor. Breath in here. Exhale, releasing both hands on the inside of that left foot for runner's lunge. Preparing for lizard. So option to heel toe that left foot up and out to the corner of the top left mat, and then take a moment to roll over that ankle if that sensation feels okay. And take a moment to integrate within this pose. Breathing deep into the innermost layers of our muscle. Option here again to find your forearms, or maybe find some blocks or some books. Allowing the back of the neck to soften, the shoulder blades, maybe the forehead. Surrendering into this pose. Breathing into this pose. With yoga, it's often said that the pose that we dislike the most is oftentimes the one we need the most. So as you go through your yoga practice, you find a pose that matches that description. Embrace it in all of its splendid glory. If you found your forearms, slowly rise up, coming back onto your hands. This time we'll invite the twist on the opposite side. So pressing firmly into that right hand or a fist, if that feels right in your practice today. We'll extend that left arm straight back from our shoulder. Breathe in here. Exhale. Come back, bringing that left foot back to meet the right. Inhale to a high plank. Exhale, move through a chaturanga, breath to movement. Being ever so kind and gentle with your body. Meeting as one in the down dog. We'll stay here for 3, 2, and 1. From down dog, hinge forward into high plank. Option to find your knees here. We'll stay here for 5 breaths. For those of you who have been coming to my class for a while, you know this as our plank series. So pressing the mat away from you, keeping belly to spine, we'll be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place that left hand underneath your nose. Open up for side plank. Send those hips high. Option to lift that right foot for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back into plank. You've got it. Stay with us. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place the right hand underneath the right nose. Side plank. Option to find your knee for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're almost done. Back to plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Hinge forward. Lower very slowly all the way to the mat. Bring your left ear to the mat, allowing your arms to release by your sides. Coming back into your mats, into the presence. If you happen to have a yoga partner with you and you catch their eye contact, maybe give them a wink and a smile. In this moment, I invite you to again pick one piece of your practice and extend gratitude for it. From here, we'll bring our gaze directly in the middle of our mat, out the end of our nose. We'll prepare for locust. So we're gonna flip the tops of our feet, heels together. We're gonna press firmly into the tops of our feet, into our mat and our pelvis. And we're gonna inhale, bring our hands to our sides, palms facing up, and we're gonna just rise. Lifting our feet and our shoulders, aiming for length within this pose. Breath in here, exhale, release. Opposite ear to the opposite side. And staying here for a few deep breaths. In this moment, I would like you to envision somebody in your mind's eye and extend gratitude to them in whatever capacity they need or that is appropriate. Inhale, bring your gaze back to center. Place your hands underneath yourself and begin to slowly rise all the way up to tabletop. Again, finding that organic movement. Curate your practice with as much love in this moment. Finding some hip circles. Maybe feeling the release within the low back. Coming in to our tabletop, we'll take a deep breath in and exhale. And on our inhale, we'll rise to plank before we exhale into down dog. Deep cleansing breath in here. And on an exhale, release any stagnant energy that no longer serves you. Inhale. Gaze goes forward. Exhale, travel. Inhale, slowly rise. Coming into standing mountain. We'll prepare for tree. So we'll ground down firmly through that left foot. Option to lift the toes just to really feel that suction, that energy draw upwards through that left leg when we do that. I always like to start my tree by doing a kickstand. And maybe from here, you find your shin. Or if it's in your practice, you can move all the way up to your thigh. Wherever you're at, just avoid your knee. Option to bring hands at heart center. Or draw them up all the way overhead. I invite you to go somewhere in your tree that you haven't gone before. So if you're a really experienced yogi, get creative. Maybe you close your eyes. Maybe you find movements. Maybe you lift up on that left toe. Option to invite a little heart opener as well. I wish I could see your creative poses in this moment. Take a nice deep breath in here. Exhale, release our tree. Taking a moment to shake it out. From here, we'll find that comfortable standing position at the top of our mat. We'll bring our hands to heart center. We'll come up to standing, one-legged mountain, bringing that right leg to a 90-degree angle. As we exhale, we'll kick that right heel back, coming into warrior three. Being mindful that your hips are squared to the earth. Option to airplane the arms. Bring them out in front or keep them at heart center. Stay here for one deep breath in. And on the exhale, half moon. So we'll drop that left paw at the top edge of our mat. If you've got a block, utilize that or some books. Engage the glutes, sending the heel high, bringing the arms in opposite directions. That's it. Breath in here. Exhale, release. Forward fold. Nice job. Find some restorative movement. Inhale, halfway lift. Reset the spine. Exhale. Surrender completely. Forward fold. Inhale, slowly rise. Preparing for tree on the opposite side. So get rooted within that right foot. Option to lift those left toes again. Start here at the kickstand. And if this is your tree tonight, it's beautiful. You can find your shin or all the way up by your thigh. Press, if you found your thigh, press your foot in to your thigh, into your quad and engage. So there's that counterbalance going on. And I invite you to get creative in this moment as well. So maybe you decide to grow your tree. You can add a twist to either side. Go somewhere new. Nice deep breath in here. And as we exhale, we release, shake it out. We'll prepare for warrior three. So we'll stay rooted within that right foot. We'll lift that left leg up at a 90-degree angle. We'll kick it back, extending it long, hinging forward, squaring those hips. Leading with the heart. Breath in here. Exhale, release into half moon. Drop that right hand, sending that left arm in opposite direction as you engage and energize, kick through the heel. Breath in here. Exhale, smear your heart forward, forward fold. Nice job. Invite some playfulness, some intuitive movement in this moment. As I said earlier, humans fall out of poses, right? But true yogis get back into them. That's a difficult sequence. Nice job. From here, we'll inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. I can't promise, but that might be the last one for the day. We'll see. Sure. Yeah, I mean, I might be lying. So, meeting in down dog. Taking a nice deep breath in here. And exhale, we'll release onto our knees, preparing for deer. So, facing the front of your mat, we're gonna take your right leg and your right shin and keep it parallel with the top, right? So your right shin is parallel with the top of your mat. Your left shin lines up with the side of your mat. So sink back onto your sit bones. That's it. Yep. So right shin is parallel to the edge, front edge, left to the side. That's it. Take a nice deep breath in here. And then option to fold forward, right? Finding some sensations deep within the innermost parts of our hips. Or for a different sensation, option to find the twist from our torso and release onto our forearms. And breathe into this. Doing a quick body scan. Assessing for any areas of tension or secret pockets of tightness. And send your breath there. Visualize that tension and tightness. Begin to soften and release with each exhale. On your next breath in, gently begin to rise, coming out of deer, taking a moment to draw the shoulders up to your ears and down and back. Maybe bringing the chin to each shoulder as we prepare for deer on the opposite side. So this time, our left shin is going to be parallel with the top of our mat. Option to keep the foot flexed to protect the knee. And then our right foot is going to be parallel with the edge. Again, knowing your options, you can take a nice deep breath in, creating length through the spine. As you exhale, fold forward. Or knowing our options, you can choose to invite a little bit of a twist and twist over that left hip. Knowing that every time we twist within a yoga pose, we invite a deepening of the detoxification that naturally occurs while we're on our mats. Detoxifying from the inside out. Slowly begin to rise. position with our legs extended out long. Finding those sit bones, so moving anything extra out of the way. We'll bring our toes to our nose. Inhale to a straight spine, bringing our arms out in front of us. Palms open to receive, and as we exhale, we'll slowly release all the way to our mats, one vertebra at a time. Drawing in that right leg, bring the knee to our underarm, allowing the head to relax onto your mat. Take a moment to make some circles with your knee one way and then the next. Breath in here, and on your exhale, draw that right knee over your left side for supine twist, being mindful that both shoulders are rooted onto your mat. And release. Maybe softly close your eyes. Inhale, bring that right knee back to center. Extend it out long and exchange it with your left knee, bringing your right knee in close to your underarm. Again, rolling the knee one way and then the next. Deep breath in here. Exhale, draw that right knee over the right side body. Again, marrying our shoulders to our mats. Gaze to where it's comfortable, breathing into this stretch. Inhale, draw that knee back to center. This time, bringing both knees into your chest. Reach up and around, give yourself a nice little side-to-side internal organ massage, giving some love to our kidneys and to our spleen and into our spinal column. We'll come back into center, rise up, give yourself the best hug that you've had this week. Draw in a nice deep breath for 3, 2, 1, and then release into Shavasana. Extending your arms and legs in opposite directions. Feeling a warm wave of relaxation enter in through the soles of your feet. Feel that warm wave of relaxation pass through your ankles, your knees, your hips, your heart center. Feel your shoulders soften, your jaw, your cheekbones, your forehead, even the space between your eyebrows is relaxed. begin to gently deepen your breath. Sending life to your fingers, touching each finger to your thumb. Sending your breath to your toes and your ankles and finding movement. On your next inhale, send your arms and legs in opposite directions and really breathe into the stretch. And on your exhale, slowly roll onto your right side for supported fetal position, allowing the knees to come in close and allowing your head to rest easy on your bicep. May we remember that even on the most weirdest journeys, the nature of yoga is to shine the lights of awareness into the darkest corners of the body. On your next inhale, slowly rise up, keeping your eyes softly closed if it feels right for you, into a comfortable seated position. To honor ourselves and to honor one another, we'll take 3 deep breaths together as one. So we'll inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, bring them to heart center 2 more times. The teacher and the light and the love in me is honored and humbled, and so incredibly grateful for the teacher and the light and the love in each and every one of you. Namaste. Namaste. Yay! We've made it to our first official Facebook Live class. Want to give a shout out to everybody that's still there with us. If you happen to still be here, I invite you to take a picture of your yoga space.